Welcome back to Gear Check Games. This is our 24th episode of Pokemon Red, and begrudgingly, I have dragged around Ethan, Dan, and Joe to catch more Pokemon and grind some levels.
Oh, thank God. I thought we were doing the Seafoam Islands.
Well, yeah,
I was honestly stealing myself for it.
No, I'm not going to torture you or me with that dungeon.
Oh, goodness.
Strength and surf puzzles.
I'd much rather fight these optional trainers that have Pokemon we've all seen before dozens of times.
Yeah. And I don't edit out. I'm, like I said, I forced you all to watch this.
Wait, is this just a...
This is the grindhouse.
Oh no, he wasn't kidding.
Yeah. It's grinding time.
What are you doing? Pick a move!
He's just admiring his optimal health.
I don't know why I'm yelling at past Trey.
Nice.
He can't hear me. Oh, are we? Is it because we're training up Dratini?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only reason I left it in. So I'm like, oh, well, he's really close to evolving, so...
Ooh, alright guys, let's do an entire episode where we just backseat game past Trey. We are the comments section today.
Alright, push A. Push A. There you go.
Come on.
That's my boy.
Dude, there are some, like that episode where I edited in the giant Wooloo, like, there's moments in this game where I'm like, why am I not moving? Why is he not doing anything? And I don't edit them out.
You notice that while you're editing, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna leave this in, just to spice things up a little bit.
It's funny.
It's funny, guys.
We no longer have the optimal HP, and that makes me kind of sad.
Yeah.
So Horsey must die.
Yeah. Honestly, Bagon's getting pretty strong. Like, she's holding her own against some of these trainers now.
Well, I mean, I guess one thing that Dratini and Dragonair have going for them, other than, in spite of their kind of lackluster stats, is that Dragon is actually a fairly good type defensively.
Oh, yeah.
At least against, like, what trainers will be, like, in-game trainers will be using against you.
Yeah.
Because it resists all three of, like, your starter triangle types.
Yeah.
And electricity.
Yeah. That too.
So when I was younger, I always thought, like, all the different types have, like, pretty much equal strength and weaknesses to, like, true rock, paper, scissors or whatever, because, like, it makes sense or whatever for bouncing. But I soon learned that that's not the case, and some types are just, like, better than others.
Well, yeah, we were talking about wheezing a couple episodes ago. I will never in my life fathom why, for 5 generations, they only made poison super effective against one type.
Yeah.
Like, they had to make a new type to make poison types more offensively desirable.
It was good against bug and grass.
Nope, just grass.
Really?
I think it's either neutral to bug or resisted by it. I can't remember, but it's definitely not super effective. But that would make sense because like bug spray or bug poison, I don't know.
They're really susceptible to environmental changes.
I don't know. Poison is typically pretty useful against any living thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So why is it like the worst type to use offensively?
Well, I feel like poison powder and like toxic kind of make up for that. Cause, like,
well, yeah, but like
you can put status on people.
Like you could poison your opponent, or you could use one like super powerful attack and take him out in one shot.
Yeah, it depends on the strategy and the mod, and I guess the player too.
Then we've got Ice type, which is like some of my favorite Pokemon are Ice type, but then it's just like it's weak to like everything.
Yeah,
and some of the things it's weak to are like really kind of stretching it.
Yeah.
Like, why is ice weak against water? It should be the other way around.
Well, it's not weak against water. It's just
it resists it, right?
Water resists ice. I was thinking in terms of like stuff that ice is weak to, like defensively.
Yeah, it's also like defensively weak against a lot of things.
Well, it's not even that it's defensively weak, it's that it doesn't resist much. I think the only thing that ice resists is ice.
Which, why would you have that combo fighting each other anyway?
Yeah, given the number of ice types in Well, in Pokemon as a whole, like, that's a pretty unlikely scenario.
Yeah.
Ice is kind of an elusive type.
I feel like the moves are good, and if you can get it paired up with another type, it's good. Like, to me, Ice Water is actually really strong.
Yeah, I usually don't work an Ice type into my team, but I'll always make sure to have somebody who knows, like, Ice Beam or Blizzard, you know, because these games love to throw, like, a dragon-using boss in the end game.
Yeah. Yeah, Gen 1 through... Did 4 have a dragon guy?
Well, Cynthia had Garchomp.
Oh, that's true.
And that thing does not mix with ice types, but, you know,
No.
good luck outspeeding it.
Yeah, I
What
guess...
if we had a... You say your thing.
Well, I was gonna say, like, both Dragonite and Garchomp go down to ice types really fast.
Mm-hmm. And I guess Gen 4 did also introduce Weavile, which is faster than... Okay, yeah, never mind.
Have we told that story about your Weavile on this channel yet?
Do we have to? It haunts me to this day. Okay,
what was
so...
it? You and our buddy Dylan
So yeah,
were
Dylan and I were replaying the Gen 4 games concurrently, and I was raising a Weavile, and he was raising a Garchomp, and we knew we were eventually going to battle each other, but for some reason we didn't wait until after beating the game when all of our Pokemon had, like, max EVs.
What was that music?
Oh,
and I thought...
You see, it's doing the thing!
So I thought I had an easy victory because Weavile's base speed is, like, way higher than Garchomp's.
Yeah.
Then I actually get into the battle, and I find out that he's strategically EV trained it to have high speed, whereas I don't EV train for a normal playthrough, and he one-shots me, and all of a sudden I'm set up for him to just sweep my entire team with Garchomp.
Yes, Garchomp just eats you alive.
And in case I haven't made it clear on this channel yet, I despise Garchomp. You know, I'm not
because
knocking...
I haven't made it clear on this channel. I despise EV and IV training.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
IVs.
Everyone should despise that. But, you know, not knocking anybody who likes Garchomp. It's not a personal attack on anybody. I don't know. I don't think it's a
personal attack on anyone that likes IVs, though.
Well, we're not talking about your opinions, Dan.
These aren't my opinions. These are fact.
It's a dumb design. I don't like the design, and it's like the same Pokemon as Flygon, but just with, like, slightly better stats.
Yeah, it's just like an upgraded
Which
Flygon.
makes me angry because I like Flygon way more, and they, like, one-upped him.
Dude, honestly, all of Flygon's renditions are cool. They all have like a cool, like, it makes sense why he goes from Trapinch all the way up to Flygon.
Yeah. So can we talk for a second about why Dragonair's head is so bulbous? He looks like an alien.
Yeah.
With, like, little Captain America wings.
I've always wondered why he just kind of gets, like... He just looks like Dratini with, like, extra stuff pasted on it.
Yeah. A little bigger, a little longer.
Yeah. But I guess that's, like, a lot of Pokemon evolutions, but to me, Dragonair is, like...
And that's kind of like the evolutions of all the starters in this game, at least. Like, Wartortle, literally just... They, like, put the Dragonair things on its head.
Yeah, that's weird.
And they gave him, like, 5 more tails. I feel like... Okay, I'm gonna go out on...
Wartortle supposed to evolve into Dragonair? Game theory?
That's concurrent evolution. That's not the same thing.
Convergent evolution, my boy.
Oh, convergent. You're right.
Pushes up glasses.
Lane's gym.
We're Dude, we're 420-somethings talking over Pokemon on the internet. You got no room to talk. You chose to be in this playthrough.
420.
I'm almost a 30-something. I just feel like age over beauty here. These
I'm
opinions
just old enough
count.
to feel bad about it.
I was actually talking to, like, some of my coworkers at work, and they're all, like, young, because it's, like, a fast food place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just working there for the summer. And one of them asked me my age, and I was like, I I think I'm like 24. They're like, you don't remember your age? It's like, yeah, I mean, after 21, it just kind of stops mattering.
Yeah.
And they kind of got like a look of horror on their face, like, oh my god.
Well, I guess once you're
Am
40,
I gonna
you
be
can
like
be
that
president.
someday?
You got that to look forward to, at least. Because I know you can't wait to be president, Dan.
Uh-huh.
President.
You know how much I love politics.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna
Are you
become president
tapping-
one day, and the only thing I do is outlaw politics.
What,
Everyone
just
get
so
along,
just
damn
like
it.
whatever you say goes?
Yeah.
How are you gonna get elected?
Convince people that I'm better than the other guy.
What's your
I guess.
campaign?
That's pretty much how it works anyway.
Your campaign
I'll
slogan.
I'll just say nasty things about my
Your
opponent.
campaign slogan should be
Well, that's
Dan
not
2020. He'll do it.
You'll get it done.
It's like Steak and Shake. It's a president.
Yeah.
I still
He's a
think that's the.
candidate.
Oh, I love you, Trey. This is good. This is a gorgeous tune.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured I would switch it up for a Rush section.
Thank you.
It's just more water Pokemon. So I'm like, oh, this fits.
Mm-hmm.
It's got that, like, chill guitar, though. I was listening
Yeah,
to it,
that
I'm
like
like,
kind of Spanish guitar.
yeah. Plus,
This
it
is
kinda
another
fits-
one of those songs where they have like version A is like a kind of a MIDI sounding version,
Yeah.
and then they have an orchestral version, which again leads me to believe that the A versions were like the demo track.
Yeah.
And then when he got the orchestral version done, they like started using that instead.
But not every song got an orchestral version.
Unfortunately.
As we saw with the Epidoos intro.
Yeah. Wait, no,
Or
that
I
one
just-
did. You just didn't use it.
Oh yeah, you're right. I could have went one video down on the playlist. Oh yeah, have we fought a Seadra yet?
No, but he looks like
Yeah, I know we sped
pretty
by
ferocious.
him. Yeah, he's crazy looking. Oh yeah, there's another one. I don't know why I try to freeze him. Kind of a dumb move on my part.
This is like elevator music.
It really is. It's like this doesn't belong in this.
Play this.
like-
Play this over the intermission.
Yeah.
Where's her beauty
Yeah,
in
then
the
we got-
water?
I don't know.
She's trying to hide.
Because M. Night Shyamalan willed
Is
it
it-
to be so.
Is it a
Okay.
mermaid? Oh no.
Guys, we are doing it. I lied.
Trey, why?
No, we're not doing it.
Not this.
I lied again.
Stop playing
Double
games
duped.
with my heart, you heartless
You know-
monster.
You know, Dan doesn't lie. That's why I vote for him for presidency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honest Dan.
Yeah.
Isn't that basically
But
how Jimmy Carter
My
was
platform's
elected?
going to be no taxes. I'm not going to tell them that there's not going to be taxes because I'm abolishing the entire government.
A vote for
His-
Dan is a vote for anarchy.
Dan
Yeah.
Dan just like annihilates. He just moves Washington D.C. into the middle of the ocean and says, "Bad, you've been bad."
It's like
just
Paper
throws away
Mario.
the key.
He just pulls it out of the ground and takes it into space.
Yeah.
I'll take the White House and push it somewhere else.
Oh, if only.
So we do have to do, unfortunately, a little more grinding to get Bagon up to speed.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen like the middle part of this route yet, have we? Like the
Yeah,
kind of
that's-
maze-like area with the fences.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for in this part because it's up ahead.
Well, yeah, I guess we haven't even made it past this guy.
Yeah, like I fought like 2 or 3 of the grass trainers over there. But Bagon's not gonna have too much trouble with these guys. I give it Thunderbolt and Blizzard. Birds just get annihilated to Bagon right now.
Well, yeah, as we mentioned before, Gen 1 does have a little bit more freedom of progression than it seems like some of the other Pokemon games do
Yeah.
that were released later. And I know this is kind of like, you know, we're just showing like optional trainer battles at this point, but like it does kind of speak to how this game is. Like, you're basically just kind of left like, okay, do you need the experience? Like, if not, good. You don't have to fight these trainers. You don't have to
Yeah.
go to this area. But if you do, they're there for you.
Yeah, that's what I love about, like you said, having all these optional areas. Like, there's 2 or 3 dungeons you don't have to do, but like it will be beneficial if you go get the items and experience in there.
Well, and another thing I like about them is they're not like, you know, later games had optional areas, but they were very clearly designated as like, this is a cave that you don't have to go to, but like if you can, if you want. But here it's just like, there's just a big chunk of the map that like, it looks like it's integral to the game, but it really isn't, like, depending on what choices you make.
Yeah, if you don't get the bike, then you gotta grind.
It just feels more organic that way, I guess.
Yeah, it's a good word for it. I guess Gen 2 wasn't nearly as, like, optional in the main quest, but the main quest in Gen 2 isn't nearly as long either.
Well, like, Gen 2 did, like, take you through, like, all the areas, at least. Yeah. But the way you progress through them, like, gave you a little more room to choose and pick where you want to go.
I guess there's, like, an optional cave or two, because, like, you don't have to do the ruins of Alf. You don't have to explore the cave under there.
Hey,
you don't have to do all
ruins
of the tunnel.
of me. I'm gonna eat your cat.
Not that, Alf, you fool.
I'm gonna
There's
eat
a surprising lack of cats over there.
I'm gonna eat your meow.
That's what happened to the
Joke's
original.
on you, we don't have a Meowth.
You should put
Or did you catch one, Trey? I don't remember.
You should put Alf in the thumbnail for this episode and just call it "Why is Alf in the thumbnail?" Click here to find out.
Meowth is a blue version exclusive.
Oh, that's right. That's so weird. Because he's like one of the Gen 1 Pokemon that you think of.
Yeah. But there's tons of trainers that have him, so we've
Best
definitely
character
seen
in the anime, baby.
Yeah. Last junior trainer female is the best character in the anime.
Actually, I think there was a character who was based on like the last design, who was like a stuck-up like prep school student.
Oh gosh.
That of course Brock fell in love with because Brock.
I wonder if that trope would check out today.
Probably not.
What was that?
Actually, no.
Sorry?
I think they brought Brock and Misty back for some Alola episodes, and I'm pretty sure Brock still has his whole like getting infatuated by every woman he sees shtick.
Yeah. He's growing crazy.
Yeah, I'll never forget that episode of Pokemon where Brock and the team part ways, and Ash is like, "Brock, where are you going?" And Brock just responds with, "Sorry, I'm not PC anymore." And then he just walks away into the sunset.
Well, yeah, the funny thing is, that was actually why they removed him for the Orange League arc, because not because anyone complained about Brock. It was kind of like with the Ocarina of Time, like Fire Temple music. Like nobody like vocally complained about it, but they were kind of like, you know, the way we designed this character might not really play well to people in the West, so let's write him out. But then people had grown so attached to him that they were like, dude, where's Brock? Who's this Tracy guy?
Tracy sucks.
Actually, you know what? Hot take. I honestly think they're pretty much interchangeable.
Aww.
Like, I don't think either of them is a particularly good character, so it's like...
I mean, aren't both their jobs to commentate on what's going on?
Well, yeah, that's
to explain to the dumb viewers.
After the first few episodes, that's like all Brock and Misty do in the show, with the exception of a few episodes that focus on them.
Yeah.
For the most part, they're basically just like narrating the battle so the audience understands it.
Okay.
Often
that's kind of
incorrectly.
just like anime side. That's just like anime sidekicks in the, or what is it, Bishonen or whatever, the anime for little kids.
Sure.
I think so.
Yeah, there's like a sidekick like that in a lot of those.
Uh-huh.
It just narrates what's going on.
Tracy might be like people's like least favorite, but nothing tops May's younger brother.
What, for most irritating?
Is that the one with the glasses?
Yeah.
Dude, the movie with him and Jirachi might well be the worst Pokemon movie ever made.
Oh no.
What? That was the one we watched together.
No, it wasn't.
It was
that was the Manaphy movie.
Oh right, man, I mistook.
Which one was
Which
the
is
one
weird.
with Which one was the one with Phantom the Pirate?
That was Manaphy.
It was the Manaphy one. Phantom the Pirate.
Although, now that I think about it, the Celebi one was pretty bad, too. The Celebi one was the first one that felt like a direct-to-video kind of production compared to the... Like, the other ones, you know, they felt more like movies. But the Celebi one just kind of felt like a long TV episode in terms of, like, the production and stakes of it. I don't know.
So I apologize for the loud clicks. My back scratcher has gone the way of the dodo.
Oh no.
It is broken.
Because you're scratching your back during an episode.
Yeah. Who does that?
Unprofessional.
Trey, have you introduced the back scratcher to the audience yet?
No. Well, I can't now. He's dead.
So we'll have...
Welcome to Pokemon, formerly guest starring Trey's back scratcher.
Welcome to our eulogy for the back scratcher.
Yeah, it was part back scratcher, part shoehorn, because the bottom part of it was that little like bendy piece that lets you put your shoe on better.
Shoe goes on, shoe goes off. Shoe goes on, shoe goes off.
Thank you, Homer.
End of this episode with a little, like a black and white photo of your broken back scratcher with like R.I.P. Trey's back scratcher with like the music that plays when Ash turns to stone, but like played on kazoo.
That has to exist.
Either that or Trey's gonna have to learn how to play it himself.
Yeah. That means I have to watch that movie.
Or find the MIDI files.
But will he use the Japanese version or the English version? Ooh, nobody cares but me.
I was about to say, we should all watch that together sometime and laugh.
Man, I really wish they were... And I know it's like a different kind of show. It's not really like billed as an anime, quote-unquote. But I wish they would make the Japanese versions of those episodes more like widely available. Because there's never a language option on any of the DVDs. For like the original audio and like unedited.
Here's another illegal evolution.
Oh my god, that dirty cheater! the little wheezing on the left looks like he just realized that he's illegitimate.
What do you mean I'm not a wheezing?
25?
So I have a question about the first Pokemon movie. You guys may or may not be able to answer it. Why does Mewtwo wipe everyone's memories? Like, he already turned good.
So that the show could continue without consequence.
He already teleported him back to land. They could have just been like, oh, well, Mewtwo's out there. Like, they can't beat him. He's too strong.
Trey, the real reason is so that in the Japanese version there could be a scene where they state the theme out loud, where Ash, they get back to, like, the boathouse, and Ash is like, why are we here? And Misty's like, I don't know, but let's have fun while we can. And that's like the Mewtwo's realization in the movie. See, you don't even have to watch it now. I just beautifully spelled it out for you.
I watched that movie when it came out, and I still don't understand it. Like, as an 8-year-old...
Nobody does, Trey.
Aren't they remaking that movie, but it's like really bad CG?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It may have been released. I don't know. I haven't heard about it for a little while.
Pikachu.
That's some...
I don't understand why you would want to go to a movie like that, because it's like... If it's just a shot-for-shot remake, like, what are you doing?
Looks at
same reason people want to buy tile-for-tile remakes of games.
Yeah, I guess that Lion King remake did make like $1 billion already. Yeah. And it's not even out of theaters yet.
I will defend remakes if they're done, like, gorgeously, like Heart Gold Soul Silver.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a good way to do it, but it's just, like, there's a difference between, like, like, there's like, the Resident Evil remake, where it's, like, a really cool, like, modern reimagining that doesn't, like, throw the original under the bus. It's just, like, a good, solid update.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, then there's the cash-ins, and those are the ones that, like, I mean, I don't know. I guess people can enjoy what they want, but, you know.
The egregious ones.
Can't tell people how to have fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of, with all the 2D studios making 3D stuff and live action stuff, I recently found out that Pixar actually made its first fully 2D animated short recently.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
What movie was it? Was it on Toy Story 4?
I don't know. I just read it in a paper.
They perfected 3D so well. They're like, what else can
Well,
we
there's
do?
nowhere else to go from here.
Yeah, it's like, what a weird world we live in
We've
now,
dominated-
where Disney's making 3D and Pixar's making 2D.
We've dominated the third dimension. Now we must take what's ours. And what the hell is Wigglytuff?
Dude,
Oh god.
on the subject of Pixar, since they work with Brad Bird from time to time, if we could get like a Pixar movie with him that's like in the style of the Iron Giant, I'd be all for. Because that is a gorgeous movie. It's also a great movie. But I mean,
same studio.
you don't need me to tell you that.
I still need to rewatch Iron Giant.
Didn't that same
It's on
studio also
Netflix.
do Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron?
No, that was DreamWorks. I think
Oh.
Iron Giant was Warner Brothers.
Is that who did it?
Warner
Universal?
Brothers.
Oh, that's right. That makes sense.
They're a very short-lived animation studio.
Yeah, that's why he's in what is that Spielberg movie with all the references?
Oh, Ready Player One.
Yeah,
That was such a random thing to include.
yeah. I like that you got to see it at the beginning of the movie.
Like, wasn't
It's
that
like,
movie
we'll
supposed
do
to be
it.
all like 80s nostalgia?
Well, then there was also like references, like Tracer was in the movie in
Oh,
like
yeah.
a crowd shot.
I think I mentioned it in the Pikmin playthrough, but I overheard somewhere that Olimar briefly appears, although that might be total
Oh yeah, I
BS.
think I saw him.
Oh,
I
really?
need to go back then. I need to go back and
Yeah.
see that.
Or it was either Olimar or the dolphin.
Oh, man.
How could you see Olimar? He's so small.
There he is,
But
Brad
if he
Bird.
wasn't, I think it was like a really minor thing.
The Iron Spearow.
Damn it.
It's not just Skarmory.
I get
yes.
Well, I know what we're using in Gen 2.
Yo.
Brad Bird.
Yeah, Skarmory. Just
Oh,
name
man,
it Superman.
I need to go back and rename Pidgeot. Brad Bird.
We need
As
to
opposed
redo
to-
the whole playthrough.
Yes.
Take
I'm not
the
replaying this.
videos off of YouTube. It's not right.
I'm not replaying this game.
Oh no, he's already turning into George Lucas.
We need to redo the commentary, but faster and more intense.
Now Pikachu will be green.
We've remade these DVD commentary
Why would we
specials.
make Pikachu green?
Why not? The one advantage you have with this over George Lucas is that you have way fewer people that you need to bust into their houses to smash their downloads of Gear Check Games episodes with a hammer.
If I had time and a hammer, I'd smash every video in existence.
Did you guys ever see
The holiday special? No.
well, that too. Did you ever see the Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
I don't
Because
believe so.
at the end of that movie, they literally do that. Like, it's an entire bit where they go to all their fans who are complaining about them on the internet and beat the shit out of them.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say they went around and smashed every copy of the Star Wars holiday special to
I
fulfill
wish they
George Lucas's dying wish. Even though
You can't
he's
just
Be a weird
alive and
ending.
healthy, as far as I know.
you can't destroy the internet. He's not that powerful. He's not.
You underestimate my power.
I'll bet George Lucas wants to be kept alive forever with the power of CG.
If you strike me down, I will become more possible. Fuck.
More possible.
Tom Cruise in More Possible.
I need to learn how to talk. I'm a billionaire. I'll hire someone to talk for me.
We'll take out in this episode of Gear Check Games. We're going to take out 4 of George Lucas's chins. That's still not all of them.
Trey, you need to stop having these parts where we just fight random Pokemon because, like, we can't keep this conversation on track.
I'm sorry. Well, if it's any consolation, when I looked in the file, I can see the bottom of the folder now, so that means there's only 2 or 3 weeks left, and the next couple weeks are going to be action-packed.
Oh, wow. I need to start recording our next game, then.
It's the same.
Does anyone remember that behind-the-scenes bit from the the episode 7 DVD where Spielberg stabs George Lucas with a sword, and George Lucas is like, "Huh, that's what you think." A defeated Saiyan comes back even more powerful.
And then he falls into the chasm and he's never seen again.
Would he still have the marbly beard if he was a Super Saiyan?
I can't imagine the man without it, so yeah, probably.
He'd just have a golden beard.
It would just be George Lucas in Saiyan armor. There's your nightmare fuel for this episode, folks. You're welcome.
That's a thumbnail idea.
Oh boy.
I can't do that.
Yeah, that infringes on too many copyrights.
Yeah, George Lucas will come and smash our video with a hammer.
All right, y'all. Before that happens, tune in next time.
I will. Don't worry.
Bye.